Hi, welcome to another video. So, if you've been coding with AI for any amount of time, you've probably dealt with the authentication problem. You start building something cool with Claude Code or Cursor or whatever tool you're using, and then you get to the auth part and everything slows down. You're setting up OAuth providers, hashing passwords, building login pages, dealing with session management. It's a whole thing. And then your client says they also want team accounts and a billing page. Now you're spending more time on auth and payments than on the actual product. Well, today I want to talk about something I've been using for basically all of my projects now. It's called Clerk, and it handles authentication, payments, and team features all from one SDK. And the reason I'm making this video is because I think this is especially relevant for people who code with AI. So, let's get right into it. Clerk is a complete authentication and user management platform. But calling it just an auth platform doesn't really do it justice anymore. They've expanded into billing, payments through Stripe, organizations with roles and permissions, and a bunch of other stuff, all from the same SDK, which is just amazing. Now, let me explain why this matters so much for AI coders specifically. When you're using AI coding tools, the AI is really good at building your core features. It can scaffold your app, build your API routes, create your front-end components. But authentication has always been this tricky area where AI can mess things up. Security is not something you want an AI to improvise on, right? One wrong implementation, and you've got a security vulnerability. With Clerk, the AI doesn't need to build auth from scratch. You literally just wrap your app with a Clerk provider, drop in their pre-built components, and you're done. The AI can focus on what it's actually good at, which is building your product features. The best part about Clerk in the sea of authentication platforms is that it is AI native. By AI native, I mean that they have made it easy for your AI coders to know the best practices, new updates, and best implementation workflows through their predefined skills and MCP servers. Clerk provides you with the option of integration, their official skill, into the AI coder of your choice. You can just grab the skill file, and it gives your AI agent access to context about how to add Clerk to any framework, custom sign-in, slash-up components and appearance, advanced next.js patterns, multi-tenant B2B organizations, real-time events and data syncing, E2E testing for auth flows. So, let me show you how simple this actually is. If you're using next.js, which is what most AI coders are building with these days, the setup is incredibly straightforward. You install the Clerk next.js package by running npm install at clerk/next.js. Then you add your Clerk publishable key and secret key to your environment variables. After that, you wrap your app with the Clerk provider component, add the Clerk middleware, and that's basically it. But you don't even need to do this because you can just integrate the skill and then ask your AI coder to integrate and install Clerk, and it will get that done for you. Now you have full authentication, sign up, sign in, user profiles, session management, all of it. And you didn't write a single line of auth logic yourself. The AI can scaffold this in seconds because it's just a few lines of code. No complex auth flows to get wrong. But here's where it gets really interesting for AI coders. Clerk has these pre-built UI components that you can just drop into your app. You want a sign-in page? Just use their sign-in component. You want a user profile page? Drop in the user profile component. These components handle everything, including password breach detection, social logins like Google and GitHub, email codes, and SMS verification, and they look good out of the box. They support light and dark mode, and you can customize them to match your brand. This is kinda great, because when you're prompting an AI to build your app, you just tell it to use the Clerk components, and you're good. Now, let's talk about the payments and billing part, because this is where Clerk really stands out from other auth solutions. Clerk Billing lets you integrate subscriptions directly into your app without writing custom billing logic. They've partnered with Stripe for payment processing, so it's all handled. You can create plans and features in the Clerk dashboard, and then add a pricing table component to your app. That's it. Your users see a pricing table, they pick a plan, a checkout drawer pops up, they enter their payment info, and they're subscribed. For AI coders, this is huge. Think about how many prompts and back and forth you'd need to build a proper billing system from scratch. Setting up Stripe, creating webhooks, handling subscription states, building a pricing page, managing plan upgrades and downgrades. With Clerk, you tell the AI to add a pricing table component and a few hooks, and your billing is done. Chef's kiss. They also give you React hooks for complete control over checkout flows and subscription management. So if you need custom billing logic, you have that flexibility too. But for most SaaS apps, the pre-built components are more than enough. And the best part is, you can gate features based on subscription plans. So, you can easily implement things like only pro users can access this feature. The AI can handle that with a simple check using Clerk's helper functions. Now, let's talk about organizations and team features, because if you're building any kind of B2B product, this is essential. Clerk has native organization support built right in. You get hierarchical team structures, custom role-based access control with up to 10 roles per application, verified domain restrictions for membership, and even organization-level billing. So, you can create plans specifically for teams, not just individual users. What I love about this is that building team features from scratch is one of the most complex things you can do. Invitations, role management, permission checks, organization switching. It's a nightmare. And it's the kind of thing where AI coding tools often get confused because there are so many edge cases. With Clerk, you just use their organizations feature, and all of that complexity is handled for you. The AI can set up a full multi-tenant SaaS app in minutes instead of hours. Now, here's something else that makes Clerk really good for AI-assisted development. They have an agent toolkit package called at clerk/agent-toolkit. This provides native integration with the Vercel AI SDK and LangChain. It automatically injects session context into AI system prompts. So, if you're building AI features in your app, Clerk knows how to work with them out of the box. They also have AI-powered IDE integration through prompts that work with tools like Cursor, GitHub Copilot, and Claude Code. So, the AI already knows how to use Clerk properly. It's not guessing at the API. It has the context it needs. And their middleware is super clean. The Clerk middleware function gives you access to user authentication state throughout your entire app and lets you protect specific routes from unauthenticated users. One function handles all your root protection. The AI can set this up in seconds. For enterprise use cases, Clerk is also solid. They have SOC2, Type 2 compliance, HIPAA, GDPR, and CCPA compliance, plus SAML and OAuth/SSO, custom roles and permissions, user impersonation, audit logs, and a 99.99% uptime SLA. So, you're not going to outgrow it. I've been using Clerk for all of my projects for a while now, and honestly, it's one of those tools where Once you start using it, you can't imagine going back to building auth manually, especially when you're coding with AI. The workflow is basically this. You start a new project, tell your AI coding tool to set up Clerk for auth, billing, and organizations. The AI scaffolds everything in minutes because Clerk's API is clean and well documented. You customize the components to match your brand, and then you spend the rest of your time building actual features instead of reinventing the wheel with auth and payments. That's the whole point. Auth, payments, and team management are solved problems. There's no reason to build them from scratch every time, especially when you have a tool that does it better than most of us could build ourselves. If you're an AI coder building SaaS products, I'd highly recommend checking out Clerk. It'll save you a ton of time and headache. The link will be in the description. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.